Now that Pierce County is in phase 2 of Washington's Safe Start Recovery Plan, the city has resumed services for the on-street parking system. Stacey Elliford has more on the resume of paid parking and the new touchless payment options available through a mobile parking app.
Parking services have resumed all around the city. Pay stations are once again operational with payment required where meters are present. Parking Services is also monitoring for time-limited parking as well.
A lot of our focus will be on areas where there's a high concentration of merchant businesses or street front users that need to have that on-street space available for their customers. And then we will be reacting to data as we kind of live in that world for a little bit. And if we see hot spots, we'll certainly emphasize those areas.
Now that pay stations are back and operational, the city has introduced a touchless parking payment option with the launch of a new mobile parking app.
One of the things that we're really excited about is the introduction of essentially a touchless transaction. And so what that looks like is in the on-street environment where the pay stations are at, and in our garages where people used to be required to pay at a pay station, they will now have an opportunity to download this Flowbird app and make payments through that application.
The Flowbird app allows users to pay for parking under posted time limits with an iOS or Android device. The app can also be used for both on-street paid parking as well as at city-owned off-street parking lots and garages.
They will be able to pay, on-street. The meters are set up to accept credit cards and coin payments, so that's not changing. In the garages, there's the option to pay with cash as well. So you have cash, coin, or credit. So that's not being taken away. This is just an opportunity, just an adjunct to what we're doing now, to be able to provide that additional touchless environment if somebody so chooses to want to download the application.
The current temporary short-term loading zones and temporary ADA parking programs that were instituted in April will continue throughout Phase 2 and beyond through a period of economic recovery.
If there are parking concerns, I know this is kind of a new world for all of us, and we're kind of learning as we go, but we're terribly receptive to feedback that we hear from the community. Please do not hesitate to contact our office through the website, contact 311, and certainly that's going to help us kind of figure out and craft what our scope of services is going to look like into the near future.
For Tacoma Report, I'm Stacey Elliford.
To find out more about these parking changes and to access the Flowbird app, visit the Parking Services site.